Here.
From Lansing, Kansas, for the KBL from Lansing, Kansas, number 15, he is Clay Young.
See if I can find our
They're definitely gearing up for a nice matchup between KVL and the KCAL. We're hearing the introductions for the KVL.
From Bonner Springs for the KBL, number 24, he is
We've been treated to an evening of our young ladies from the KVL and the KCAL competing in the first All-Star game, with the KVL winning by a major amount. We witnessed our three-point contest as well as the dunk contest, and now we're gearing up for our boys, our young men who will be playing to try to win that inaugural crown of the All-Star champions.
sitting here going through the KVL Senior Boys All-Stars. Lucas Mean from Lansing, Rory Clater from Lansing, Clay Young from Lansing, Calvin Johnson and Tyrone Jennings representing Piper High School, Matt Ogilvie from Baser Linwood, Steve Gramlin from Bishop Ward, Logan Terrell from Bonner Springs, and rounding out the roster for the Call Valley League All-Stars going to be John Lean from Tonganoxie. Our players tonight for, kind of going into the game, most people thought the KVL girls would win. A lot of people think the KCAL boys will win this game. So their lineup features DeAndre Keene from Washington, Cameron Allen from Washington, James Jaffa, Washington, David Patton and Houston Shaka from Schlegel High School, Mike Carson and Jawan Taylor from Harmon, Alex Garvin from Sumner, Tyson Downey from Atchison, and representing your Wyandotte Bulldogs want to be Calvin Johnson. So it looks like we got two Calvin Johnsons in this ball game, one on each side of the floor.
Just a little bit to confuse us, but that's okay. We're glad to see these young men out. What will be their final game here in Kansas City, Kansas, as high schoolers.
So again, this is the inaugural, and I say inaugural because looking by the looks of what the community showed tonight, this is the game that's going to go on for years to come. David Brock's kind of last year when we decided to start doing a KCK Preps game of the week. At that time, none of us thought that would get to the point where a year later we would have an all-star game. He kind of started off with the awards banquet ceremony, but never thought that we would actually get to an all-star game for the student athletes of the Wyandotte County and surrounding areas. It's been kind of commented forever that we don't get the recognition that we probably deserve. We normally only get one person, maybe two, if we're lucky enough. In the MoKen game, so to be able now to actually have our own all-star game, to allow our players a chance to play their last game, it's kind of phenomenal.
Well, and it's nice that their families get a chance to see this one last time, and the community. So we're gearing up for what will be an excellent competition between the two leagues.
So looks like we're going to have 18-minute halves again, kind of like the girls' game. We have no more dunk contests or anything. Those things are done. Our girls' three-point winner this evening, sponsored by Preferred Physical Therapy, was Tanner Tripp from Mill Valley. Our boys' winner this evening was Evan Harris from Lansing, winning at Amazing Smiles of Kansas City boys' three-point contest. And our instant replay of Kansas City dunk contest was won by Alex Garvin of Sumner. Other sponsors we want to thank this evening would be David Pierce, American Family Insurance, 13100 Kansas Avenue in Bonner Springs, Kansas, Caldwell Bank, and Lisa Reeves. Falk Academy Childcare for high school moms on West 39th Avenue in KCK. So, you know, many sponsors this evening. National anthem we heard earlier is performed by Sasha O'Shea, Sanitra Hampton-Monk, Shalise Hampton, and Sandra Anders. They did a phenomenal job. These games tonight are being coached by Moses Wyatt with the KCAL and David Brooks with the KVAL. Our officials this evening, Tim Zandy, Jeff Zandy, and Rick Sabbath. Athletic training has been provided by Bethany Rogers with Student Athlete Foundation of Kansas, so we're off. KVL will be in your dark this evening. KCL in the home whites.
Ball looked like it was partially tipped. Blocked.
Jawan Taylor brings the ball up court for the KCL All-Star team. Screen set by his high school teammate, Mike Carson. Looks like they went for an early lob. David Patton on the perimeter. Jawan Taylor with a drive and dish to Mike Carson. Swing back out to David Patton. David Patton drives the lane for two.
Good basket by Patton.
Tyrone Jennings for Piper's going to bring the ball up court. They're going to try to run a set play here. Calvin Johnson gets the ball in the wing. Screen set, penetrates. Guarded by Jawan Taylor. Kick back out to his Piper teammate Tyrone Jennings. Guarded by David Patton, KCAL Co-Defensive Player of the Year. Calvin Johnson drives the lane, spins, pull up three, off. Rebound, David Patton gets the ball out to Jawan Taylor, pushes it up to DeAndre King from Washington High School. David Patton for three, good. And he has a little smile on his face thinking, where was that at during the three-point shootout?
Excellent basket.
So Calvin Johnson, David Brooks yelling out, stack up for offensive play. So they want to run a play for Tyrone Jennings. David Patton's right there in his pocket.
Ball was tipped by King, rebounded.
Ogilvie with the shot, Alex Garvin with the rebound up front to DeAndre King, who's going to pull up. Good. So back-to-back threes for the KCAL with David Patton and DeAndre King. Quick 8-0 lead for KCAL All-Stars. Jawan Taylor's out guarding Calvin Johnson. So a lot of these guys don't play each other too often during the season, but get a chance to kind of face off in off-season AAU games, things like this. So this should be fun for all of them. Ball gets away. Royce Plater gets the ball out front, then guarded by DeAndre King. Little dish off the Matt Ogilvie, who missed it. Tip by Lucas Mean. Clay Young actually on the tip. Jawan Taylor with the dish off to
That ball will stay with KCAL.
So 8-2 lead here early for the KCAL. Sidelines out of Bay. Dave Patton will inbound. Swing over to Alex Garvin on the left wing. Swing to DeAndre King. Jawan Taylor feeds the ball down low. 2 points for Mike Carson, who I think is going to try to go for the jam, who was able to get the two. So David Brooks is making his first wholesale substitution. Nice stop and go from Calvin Johnson. Swing out to Clay Young. Money. Three-point basket. Clay Young from Lansing High School.
10-5 is the score. Nice little
drive and miss there by David Patton. Rebound, Tyrone Jennings from Piper. Royce Plater for three. Just like that, the KVL cut this lead to 2. Jawan Taylor with a little shake and bake out front. DeAndre King with the fadeaway three for another bucket. DeAndre King, who is your KCAL Player of the Year, leading the Washington Wildcats to a league title. Matt Overby with the rebound off the Calvin Johnson miss.
Nice lay-in.
So the KVL team is continuing to battle. Got down big early, but scratched their way back in this game behind a three-pointer and a layup. DeAndre King tried to knock down his third three, just misses that one. Tyrone Jennings brings the ball to the front court. So it looks like we're going to have a foul out there in the wing by DeAndre King of Washington High School. See the replay here with Tyrone Jennings able to kick it back out to Royce Clater with the pull-up three. I don't think King expected him to pull from out there, but he did knock it down.
Nice basket. So you see KVL controlling the ball.
Houston Shackelford on the break.
The ball was turned over underneath.
Cameron Allen.
A little acting. I think that ball was
defensive pressure there.
very good pressure.
Whereas Clater tried to go behind the back, and the ball just went right out of bounds. Houston Shackelford, Schlegel point guard, is going to bring the ball up front here. It looks like KVL is going to run a trap. Royce Clater with the steal. Oh, they went for the lob on the fast break there. Oh, all three there by Bonners. Logan Terrell. So it looks like Cameron Allen's going to go to the free throw line for two. Here we see on the replay, see a little baseline drive there by Clay Young, who is able to kick it back out. And that ball is able to be taken to the rack there. Missed layup. Matt Overby with the offensive rebound is able to put it back with a baby hook. So Cameron Allen at the free throw line. The Washington High School senior. Washington has 3 players in this game, and that kind of goes to the fact that they did win the league championship this year. So he knocks down his free throws, make this score 15-10 with 11:27 to go in the game. Houston Shackelford gets the loose ball. Finds Cameron Allen, who drives the lane, kicks it out to Downey, who misses the three. Rebound by Lucas Mean, who brings the ball in the forefront. There's Royce Clater with the pull-up, just a little bit hard. Houston Shackelford. Nice little drop-off pass
basket
to Calvin Johnson from Wyandotte High School. Steve Gramlin from Bishop Ward with a nice bounce, nice drop off to Lucas Mean from Lansing for the easy bucket. Lucas Mine. Calvin Johnson gets a shot blocked, but he gets it, goes back up, goes up for 2 points. So back-to-back buckets.
Finishes
by Calvin Johnson from Wyandotte.
Timeout on the floor.
So timeout from David Brox and his KVL All-Stars. 10:20 to go. We see on the replay Houston Shackelford with the drop-off for the bucket for Calvin Johnson. 19-12, and we're going to go to commercial.
come on.
And we are back here at Kansas City, Kansas Community College for the SHUKC All-Star Game.
Over here. And your name?
So KVL has the ball here in the front court. Calvin Johnson, Lucas Mine. And got a travel call. With that travel call, we're going to go to Cameron Smith for the interview.
All right, I'm here with Andrew and John here tonight having a good time. What has been your favorite part of the night here, Andrew?
Watching the slam dunk contest.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
You feel like the right guy won?
Yes.
All right. I like to hear that. What about you, John?
I think same thing, slam dunk contest. There were some really good dunks, so it was exciting.
As you can see, he's got the whole family out here. We got chips and iPads, everything going. Everybody's having a good time. Just another, what school are you out here actually to support?
All the schools, really. A friend with David Brock's there who's kind of organized this, so came out here to see the game, the girls and guys game, so in the slam dunk contest.
He's definitely did a great job with this production that they're putting on. So we're going to go ahead and just thank you for your time. We're going to send it back to Vernon and Jarius. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, so that's some of our supporters out this evening. We had a good crowd out at this basketball game for a Friday night, Sweet 16 night. Where as I'm sitting here watching this game, and I did get word that the KU game went to a little bit extra period, and I'm just thinking my DVR wasn't going to continue. So I guess I'll just have to watch and see what happens after that. But KCAL to the front court.
Personal foul.
22-12 KCAL with 8 minutes to go in the half. Houston Shackelford up top, guarded by Calvin Johnson, Piper. Screen set by James Jappa. Shackelford with the pull-up jumper. Short rebound, Tyrone Jennings. Jennings dribbles the ball to the front court. Tyson Downey thought he had a clean strip. Looked like he's going to get called for the foul. So it's just like the earlier game. Both games you see teams jump out to 10-point leads.
Mm-hmm.
And as expected, as many thought, that KCAL is kind of leading this game. Royce Clater with the pull-up, a little flat, a little straight. James Jappa with the rebound.
Very flat, well defended. You see Houston Shackelford from Schlegel bringing the ball up the court.
Cameron Allen kicks it to Mike Carson for the free throw. Jump shot, misses it.
Just off the mark.
Tyson Downey crashes the offensive board. He's going to get called for over-the-back call.
Definitely like the hustle.
7 minutes to go here in the first half. 22 KCAL, 12
Rebound by
KVL.
Carson.
Tyrell Jennings throws up the
Proverbial air ball.
James Jappa block, followed up by Mike Carson, who misses the easy bucket itself. Stripped there by Calvin Johnson. We're going to have a 3-on-2 break. Missed layup, trying to get a little fancy with it, and then the ball ends up going the other way. Instead of taking the conventional 2, I think David called that play right there. He called a fake behind the back pass layup.
We see the defense there on the
Brian Young tells him
drive.
it's the bad coaching. He's trying to run a little trap there. Tyson Downing swings to the corner to Cameron Allen, who kicks it down low to Jappa.
Nice lay-in.
Up and under there by James Jappa. James Jappa had, one of my plays of the years where he punched it down on Deion Wilson to Schlegel on a fast break. Actually became the catchphrase, "Get on my poster." Nobody wants to shoot for the KVL.
And nobody wants to defend underneath.
Tyrone Jennings, he's going to put it up.
Excellent shot.
Three-pointer from top of the key. Tyrone Jennings from Piper. No, Piper this year had a great year. A team that won 2 games last year. Made it all the way to the state tournament this year at 4A. Cameron Allen.
Piper's had a good year overall. I think they also did well in football.
They did
as well this year.
And we talked about that often, how we really think a lot of that momentum from football crossed over to basketball. And we had a few of those football players playing basketball as well. And I just think Tyson Downing with the drive for 2. And we talked about, you win a little bit, it kind of sticks with you. You take that to your next sport. And they just stayed hungry. Tyrone Jennings pulling again.
Air ball this time.
Pulling some air. And here come the subs again for the KBL. I always want to say the KVAL. I want to add an extra letter in there because of this KCAL.
Kansas City Atchison League, Call Valley League. 2 major leagues of Kansas City, Kansas.
Juwan Taylor up front with the crossover. Trying to go shake and bake a little bit, a little all-star game action. Size advantage by Mike Carson, never really got himself set there. But James Jappa does what he does best on the boards, was able to put it back. Rebound, KBL.
Once again, he's pulling it from the side. This time he connects.
He's going to try to punch that one down.
Basket was good by Clater.
4 minutes to go. KVL 19, KCAL 28. Juwan Taylor with the drive, hold on the perimeter by Logan Terrell. We want to see this replay here. I try to get a trap there in the backcourt, but Mean was able to get out of his hands. Found Roy Clater going down the middle. He's able to fake the behind the back pass to go in for the easy layup. So 3:30 to go here in the first half. 28-19 KCAL. Alex Garvin from the side. Missed 3-pointer. Royce Clater with the offensive rebound. John Lee from Tonganoxie.
Good 3-point basket.
With the 3-pointer from the corner.
Lead is down to 6 now. One time it was at 11.
John Lee again with the steal. Opportunity for low long.
Rebound by Patton. Brings it up the court. Smart decision to stop. Fed inside to Jappa. Jappa connects.
Keen to Jappa. Connection so often in the last few years at Washington High School, coached by Eric King, who we heard earlier in the first interview of the night. Great job that he's doing over there.
Year in and year out.
John Lee's feeling it.
Year in and year out. Coach King is definitely has his young men prepared to play. And not only are they great athletes, but there's some good young men off the court.
I mean, John Lee's feeling it. He's like
2 quick threes.
So timeout here for the KCAL. The lead's down to 30-25. We're going to go to a commercial break. All right, welcome back here to the Sports Highlights Unlimited TV and the first annual All-Star Game here, hosted by David Brox at Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Hindu Productions. We have the boys All-Star Game here, close to ending the first half. KCAL jumped out to a big 10-point lead, but by the shooting of John Lean, Call Valley League has been able to get back in this game and cut it to 5, 30-25 here. backdoor to Jawan Taylor, out of bounds.
I think he.
So that's the kind of, when you get a chance to play with the same folks for a while, you kind of know where they're going to be, know when they're cutting. So playing with a whole new group of folks, with limited practice can be difficult at times, even for the best of the best, which we have here tonight.
Well, it's a matchup. We said that we thought it would be competitive. Now the lead is to within 3.
There's Calvin Johnson, what he does best, drive and penetrate.
Great basket by Johnson.
So King, who had a couple of big threes earlier, looking to find a spot to get the rock.
Long three-point attempt off the mark.
Alex Garvin.
I can't hear nothing on my ClearCom. The ClearCom is dead on camera 4.
So 1 minute to go here in the first half, and again, KVL has a chance to cut this lead to 1 or tie it here after being down 22-12 at one point in this ball game. So KCAL is having a little difficulty getting buckets right now. And the point of this game, Jarius, is getting buckets.
Getting buckets for sure. Mr. Shackelford's putting on a very tough defense. He's always been a great defender. Low to the ground. Gets called for the personal foul.
Somebody says, come on, ref, it's an all-star game. 20 seconds to go here. See if they can get the ball in bounds and get their last shot of the half. Down to 10 now. Calvin Johnson's going to wave off the screen. Going to go one-on-one with Shackelford with the fadeaway. Ooh!
Nice alley-oop. I think they dialed that up.
That was an air ball, but Royce Clater knows how to fill the basket. And he knows how to get to the ball, and he went up there and put it down. Let's see that replay.
I think Brox wants to take credit for that one.
We're not going to see that replay. We don't have it. So that's going to be the end of the half, and like I said, just like that, cut the lead to 30-29. All right, Harlem.
As we said before, this is an unorthodox all-star game. We started out the evening with somewhat of a Harlem Shake, the start of it, and it looks like they're trying to recruit other members to do it.
So it looks like they're trying to potentially finish the Harlem Shake video.
There we go. Here we go.
Got one man out there looking to get his Harlem Shake on. I think the Harlem Shake might be a little old.
I don't think it's happening.
It's going to be a one-man Harlem Shake. Okay, we get some folks coming out there now. Get on out there on that court. All right, there we go. There we go. The young.
See my twin
that's all it takes.
Out there.
Yeah, all it takes. You know how it is. It takes a few people to get out there, then everybody else will start getting out there.
Peer pressure.
We need Coach Leslie to get out there. he's like, nah, I'm not getting out there.
This is going to be interesting.
So we'll see who else. We'll get some more folks out there.
All you guys, girls know how to do the Harlem Shake, right? You just gotta get crazy. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera. Just get crazy and do whatever you gotta do.
They did that earlier.
Coach, what are your chances of being on the Harlem Shake? Well, we're at the start of the second half of this first All-Star game with our boys. We have the KCAL League leading 30-29 against KVL. It started out with a 10-point lead earlier in the game, but KVL quickly caught up.
It's a party foul. You can't try to take a charge in an All-Star game.
That's right. Carson gets that first basket of the half. Stretch the lead out to 3. You know, Vernon, it seems like I know there was a lot of work and energy that David Brox put into developing and organizing this event. Hopefully we can talk to him about getting a preseason tournament or something. going for our guys. Something that this city has been missing for nearly 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember back, yeah, it had to be close to that much. I used to have a preseason tournament right here in this gym. Kansas City Community College, saw the likes of Vincent Smith and Chris Weems, Derek Hood,
Demetrius
Central
Floyd.
High School played here, D. Floyd. A lot of good players all across the metro played here.
Players from Rockhurst High School during that time as well. So you're right, it was before there was the shootout, the Hy-Vee shootout. You had this matchup that was going on here in Kansas City, Kansas, and hopefully with some new blood we can revive it. Nice three-point basket.
So it's just like that. It was 30-29, and a few buckets later, we have this lead back out to 8.
Nice shot by Alex Garvin.
With this timeout, we're going to just take you out to a break.
I was going to tell y'all I can do that.
What'd you say? I want to talk about the season. Here, you can do that here.
I know it.
You can do it here. I don't know the name. So I found out about the game because your phone, I thought it was, look.
Oh, we're back live.
And we're back. After the timeout, I'm now joined by producer extraordinaire, Todd Henderson of Hindu Productions. Todd, what's your take on this game, on this season, on what you've noticed throughout the season? You've videoed, you've recorded many games throughout the season through both leagues, and what's your take on things?
I believe it's been wonderful, Jarius, as we take a look at this all-star game. This is a highlight of the season that we've had all year long. One thing that I'm very proud about is that we broadcasted over 18 games this year on the SHUKC network. We did about 3 games on the Kansas Association network. And so I'm very proud of some of our wonderful workers. We have on our cameras, we have Nate Thomas on one of our cameras, and we have David, I forgot his last name. David Houston, thank you. And I also had DJ Stafford on one camera, and our technical director, A.C. Taylor, also on the camera. And in the truck, we have a great director who's been directing probably about the majority of our games. We call him Mark. Mark is on the directing all of our shots by the name of Mark Snyder. And my beautiful wife has helped out with our instant replays this year, and also a lot of the graphics you've seen on the broadcast. That is Monica Henderson.
Todd,
we also have had some guests step in and do some instant replays. Jonathan Gehring came in and did a couple of things. So everybody asks, what does it take to put on a broadcast like that?
Absolutely.
And we just wanted to take this time doing this event. And I want to let all the people that are watching this event, you can also go to and watch a lot of our other games that we have. Definitely on SHUKC.com. That's SHUKC.com. And if you want any services or anything like that, video services for any games in the future, you can contact us at HinduProductions.com.
That's excellent. About how many hours does it take to set up for every recording that you do when you go to the different venues? Because I'm sure not all venues are the same, and there are different nuances to each court.
Correct. Well, we're getting a feel in our first year of actually doing the KCAL and the KVL League. We're getting a feel of all the gyms. So with it being our first year, we kind of got it down now. We know what it takes for each gym. It usually runs us about 2 to 3 hours to set up, maybe 3 to 4 hours sometimes, depending on. I definitely want to thank all of the athletic directors in the KCAL and the KVL. They have been very supportive of us, and they have given us free access to the buildings, and we really do appreciate it.
Todd, what are some things on the horizon that we can be looking forward to in the upcoming year? I know we still have about a month and a half or so left of school, almost 2 months left of school. We're in track season, baseball season, but what are some of the things that you have upcoming for the remainder of the year and then for next year?
Well, we're excited. We're looking at the baseball season coming up and some track season. We're in process of working some stuff out with the Kansas Association, Athletic Association, and when we get that all solidified, hopefully we'll be broadcasting somewhere around 10 to 15 football games next year on the network, and then also we'll try to get out and get about 20 to 25 basketball games, and we're expanding also. So we're going to be covering quite a bit, but we'll talk about that at a later date.
Well, that is phenomenal. Well, hey, your work, your energy, your efforts have been greatly appreciated. We saw you as you began your work on Channel 18 for Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools. You initially started that particular channel and got the initial programming started, videotaped many games, many other events, and now you've spread out around the city and you are filming for different leagues, different districts, and we're just really proud of the work that you're doing. And these young men, we know that on Metro Sports is, rarely a team will get showcased. You all you've allowed an opportunity for families to see these young men in action, whether or not if they're at the game or not, online, on other TV stations, and so we applaud your work. This is allowing individuals to see the positive things that go on in our community, and so
and I think
you and Hindu Productions will definitely have to be proud of what you've done.
That's the big thing about it, Jerry. Is we wanted to make sure that we cover our kids. We are very proud of our kids here in the Kansas City, Kansas area. We have some very bright kids, and we the school district in both Piper and Kansas City, Kansas, and Turner. They're doing some wonderful jobs with our kids. And these guys out here, what I'm really proud of, especially these guys on the court. These guys work very hard academically this year.
Absolutely.
A lot of times we think that with inner city school that the kids just want to play basketball, but like I believe this gentleman right here, David right here from Schlegel, man, he had a
David Patton.
Dayton Patton was a pretty bright student over at Schlegel.
Oh yes, he's an excellent student. He is planning to go off to college and return as a teacher. He wants to go into secondary education, and so he's taking college courses, I know, at FL Schlegel High School, as is some of the other students who are on the floor competing, and they're getting the job done right in the classroom, which is what their primary job is and role is at this point in time. But it's nice to be able to see them to compete at a high level as well athletically.
I tell you this, Jerry, is next year, KCAL and KVL is going to be the place to be when it comes to sports.
Well, that's what we hope.
There are some exciting guys that are coming up, and we're looking to produce quite a bit. This today has been a wonderful day. I mean, we've seen a dunk contest, and to be honest with you, Jerry, so I think the dunk contest might have been better than the NBA dunk contest.
We definitely saw some attempts that were almost out of this world, and I was signaling for them to cut it off because I didn't want anybody to get hurt. But it was very exciting. The crowd was excited, and we can't say it enough that this event drew a major crowd on one of the busiest nights of the year in Kansas City. You had the Jayhawks playing in the Sweet 16. You had Good Friday. A lot of people were going to different church services. We're also in the heart of Passover. And so a lot of things going on, but a lot of the community showed up to support this. And David has to be proud, as well as the team of individuals who helped organize this.
Now, normally David Brox is the one over here coaching, is normally the one that's on this microphone. And I very seldom get on the mic. I really do hate getting on the mic. But I felt like, we just needed to speak on David's behalf because he's done a wonderful job this year.
Yes.
He has taken this, if I'm not mistaken, he's a FL Schlegel.
He is a Schlegel High School alum of class of 1994.
And we want to petition all the KCK alumni out there. Come on back home and help out with these schools because they need your help. And David is a great example of that. He's not doing this for a paycheck. He's not doing this for accolades. He's doing this because it's out of the kindness of his heart, man.
And he sees it as necessary, and I think that's how we rise out of the situations that we're in. when we see something that needs to be done, you roll up the sleeves and you just absolutely do it. And he's definitely done that, and you're right. He does it with humility, and he just loves to see the smile on the young people's faces. He loves to see the smiles on the community's faces, and to hear the very positive things that people say. And that right there, I think, brings him the most joy. So I'm glad you definitely alluded to that.
And then lastly, Jarius, before I leave here, I want to just thank the Kansas City, Kansas area and Piper area, Turner, Carl Valley area. I just want to thank Baser, Bonner. I want to thank you guys. You have supported us, and we are very appreciative towards that. We could not have done this without your support, and we're excited to be your #1 provider of broadcasting for your city. And we are going to continue to do it. Look for greater things. Thank you, Jay.
Well, thank you so much. Todd Henderson of Hindu Productions. We appreciate you for all your work. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back after this brief message. Well, welcome back to the play. Just a little bit over 7 minutes to go in this game. The KCAL has a commanding 16-point lead as they lead 57-41 against the KVL. KVL definitely is not giving up on this, although we see a turnover, almost a turnover, but it was deflected by the KCAL.
7 minutes to go. It's been a long night, but a good one here in KCK. Good job by everybody who had a hand in this. David Brock's the sponsors.
Definitely appreciate our sideline reporter, Cameron Smith, on his efforts.
Somebody said it's going to put up 100 tonight, but that's not going to happen.
I don't think so.
Unless we get the MTV Rock and Jock 25-point shot.
Not tonight.
Got my daughter back soon. They said half price at the concession stand. She was off like a 100-meter runner as she is. Didn't say, Daddy, you want me to get you something while you're there?
That's usually how it happens. And sometimes they tell us once they've devoured whatever it was they purchased, so we don't dare ask for a bite.
Emmanuel, Tamar, Trey, and Ravel.
So it looks like we have another interview again, and we're going to try it again. So let's go to the interview.
All right, here we are with a few of the managers here tonight having fun. How are you guys enjoying yourselves here tonight?
I'm enjoying myself pretty good.
Okay, what's your favorite part of the night so far?
I like the dunks when they cross them over.
The dunks and the crossovers, huh? Okay. What are you guys doing here for the teams tonight?
We're managing, giving them water, helping support everybody. I mean, supporting the team, you know, even though we're not a part of it, even though, you know, we're kind of not really with the team, helping them.
And which team are you going for?
I really don't care who really wins because I'm just trying to enjoy myself, have some fun. That's all I really care for.
That'll work. We thank you guys for the hard work you're doing. You're doing a great job. We're going to send it back to Jarius and Bond.
Vernon, possibly we may see some of those young men in about 6 years playing in this very tournament, and they can say, hey, we were there the first year, we were managers. You and I, we know a lot about that.
And my advice to them is going to be, get your shots. Put your shots up in the All-Star game. Get yours, because everybody's getting theirs.
They sure are.
There's no team in All-Star. See, look at that. Take the three, David says. And he misses the three.
Well, he followed the coach's instructions.
You have to love a coach who says shoot. Shoot from anywhere. Four minutes to go here in this all-star game. Alex Garvin with the drive.
Good shot.
The runner. Timeout. KVL. Clock keeps running on this timeout. That's what I'm talking about.
I think he called that timeout so he can get his players in.
So we're almost out to a 20-point lead, 63-49. Call Valley team. Start the clock.
63-45, Coach Brox. Although that's the luxury of being the organizer, you get a chance to tell them when to stop and start the clock.
I think he thinks they have a run left in this game.
Good 18-point run.
Stop the clock. We can make a run.
That's right. You never know.
There's been other games with people making runs tonight with under 4 minutes to go.
Tell me about it.
Again, we're here in Wyandotte County, Kansas, on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College for the inaugural Sports Highlights Unlimited All-Star Weekend. We saw three-point contest earlier. Girls was won by Tanner Tripp from Mill Valley. The boys was won by Evan Harris from Lansing. Then we saw a dunk contest. The KVL girls ran away with the girls game earlier, just like the KCAL boys is doing right now. Still want to see a nasty dunk from my man Royce Clater here in this all-star game. We saw kind of one earlier on a air ball that he kind of put it down himself, but Tyrone Jennings gets yours off the glass. 3 minutes ago, you down 18. It's just figuring I got to get my shots.
Oh, it would have been a nice finish. Jappa's in there earning it.
So I need to go check out the books right now to see who will be our candidate for the MVP of this game.
It's nice to see Jappa blossom into the player that he is. He was a High V Player of the Week during the course of the season.
Yeah, we talked about early this year. He came in the season, shed some LBs, got in better shape, and we saw that hard work pay off this year.
Rebound by Garvin. Three-pointer tip by Allen. Missed. Tip in. Not quite. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this competition. Does he have it in him? Almost.
Just out. Minutes to go here. Looks like we'll get a foul call.
This has definitely been a special night. Timeout is called on the floor. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we will resume with the last 2 minutes of the KVL KCAL All-Star Game. We'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to the last minute, 48 seconds of the KVL KCAL All-Star Game put on by SHUKC and hosted by David Brox. KCAL leads this game by 18, 63-45. We have at the free throw line
Tyson Downey from Atchison.
It's good that we're seeing some players from the different basketball teams who are not on the floor out here just supporting their teammates and classmates.
Tyson Downey with the steal there. Oh, there's the breakaway dunk.
That's what people came to look for. Nice dunk. Good defense. Normally not used to seeing Japa out that far.
Minute to go now. Alex Garvin from the right wing for three. Tyrone Jennings, I think he might try to put this down. Oh. David Broxielli finished strong.
Got 40 seconds to go, I may as well.
66-49, David Patton for three, off. Calvin Johnson for one, out with the rebound. Garvin with the turnaround.
Good basket. Well, with time winding down with 15 seconds to go in this competition. Looks like the KCAL will pull this out with a resounding victory. Japa goes in for a dunk. And with that being the exclamation mark, this comes to the end of our very first KCAL All-Star Game. Congratulations to all of the gentlemen who played. Congratulations to the KCAL on their victory. We'll return right after this quick message.
Thanks for coming out. Please drive home safe.
Moses. Who's your MVP? Who's the MVP today? Moses. Moses, he was yours. He said you and Moses on the first game. I wrote down Cameron. Oh.
We want to present our MVP for the game.
Hey, who is it?
Hubbard is presenting the MVP award.
MVP award is being presented.
Cameron.
Just returning when we had Alex Garvin is the MVP of the game. We see the young men posing, the winning team, the KCAL.
Our MVP is going to be Alex Garvin from Sumner Academy. Looks like we're getting a shot here of the winning team, your KCAL squad.
Well, this is nice. Both teams, both leagues had a chance to get a taste of victory.
So kind of the outcome.
As we finish the All-Star game here, what do you think is going to happen next year? Mr. Vernon, who you think is some of our players next year that we might see?
Trying to think of our juniors now. Oh, man. I think we're going to see probably my guy Luke Long from Piper will probably be in this ball game. You know, one of their leaders. Trying to think where else we have at other schools. Kind of gone blank right now, but thinking about seniors all evening. But so definitely Luke Long. We need to talk about what we're gonna try to. We need to try to find a track meet to do.
Once again, we want to thank all of the contributors, everyone that sponsored this event. We want to thank Kansas City, Kansas Community College for allowing this event to happen in their arena. Very first time that we have been a part of an event such as this. We have young people taking pictures with their parents, taking pictures with some of the fans. This is what it's all about. And we thank Kansas City, Kansas. A great place to live, a great place to learn, a great place to be a part of. And we are wishing nothing but the best for these young people as they go into their future. Well, we're going into the post-game session, and I will allow Coach Vernon and David Brox to take control of this mic.
All right, I am here with the man with the master plan, the man who all his work, all his efforts, all of his late nights was put into this event. David Brox, congratulations, my friend.
I'm going to sleep good tonight, man. I'll tell you that. I've been up for a few days just in anticipation of having this come together. It's real humbling to have all these people come out and support this. I know the game's going on and everything with KU. Great turnout for first time out. I'm just thrilled.
So, I mean, what did you expect? What was your kind of expectations going into this?
Me personally, whenever I do anything, when we did the award ceremonies, when we do an event like this, I always think nobody's going to show up. So at the last award ceremony, we filled the house. There were standing room only. And get this too. So I don't know how many we had count-wise of everything that was in there, but I mean, I appreciate Moses for everything that he did in helping prepare for this event. I had to share a little bit of the workload, and he did a great job helping hype it up and getting people out, so he did a great job.
Coach, congratulations on getting one win tonight. But you know, how was it for you, you know, this happening here in KCK, being able to bring, you know, a lot of the community here. I don't know what you guys are kind of thinking during the game, but during that girls' game, we see this crowd coming in. You actually see both sides filling up. Now, what are you thinking as somebody who coaches here in KCK and invests a lot of your time here?
Well, I was just very excited. When David talked about doing this, I was very excited to do it because this is something that I wanted to be here for a long time. And for it to be in our community here in Wyandotte County and have the Wyandotte County players was really special. But I think the most special part of me is these guys. I've known these guys. I grew up with them. I've coached them. I've seen them play from middle school on, and for me it was just a special treat to be able to go out in their senior year, for me to be able to spend one more game with them one more time, and David allowing me to help and being a part of it is just special. And my biggest thing is I'm glad to see the turnout because I'm hoping that this is going to be a next year and the next year and the next year, because I think this will it will do something for our community, for one, giving us something, but also does something for our basketball around here in our both leagues, in the Carl Valley and in the Kansas City Action. It really gives our athletes, our community, something to look for.
That's the main thing I wanted to pull out of this too, is that other parts of the metro don't have what we just provided here to our area, right. KCK. Wyandotte County's always said, well, what about us? What about us? This was us tonight. Everybody was focused on what we were doing. People are going to talk about this all year, and we're going to do it again next year, no doubt.
The only thing hurt us was KU playing. If it wasn't for KU, I think we had another 100 or so more people coming in.
We learned a lesson. We'll be ready for next time.
Yeah.
So with that said, what's next?
Well, I got to get some sleep.
I mean, it's over, but what's next?
We have to sleep. Well, I still plan to do the award ceremony. That's part of what we're doing here, raising some cash for that. We're going to just keep going, doing what we're doing.
I hear some guys saying we need to have a football all-star game.
Now, I'll tell you what, football I can't do, to be honest. That's too much to put together, and all the liabilities and stuff like that. I mean, that's a little bit more brutal game.
The one thing I want to just say, man, is I'm hoping that our community will embrace this and embrace the SHUKC.com. I mean, because this is ours. This is ours. It's homegrown. And it's here. You know, we were KCK students, you know, alumni. I mean, this is homegrown. I just hope that they embrace it with more sponsors coming, because with the sponsors we had, it was a great event. But with more sponsors up and on, we can make it even a better event. We can bring more things to it, and with more sponsors, we're able to do more games when the season comes. More football games, basketball games, we're able to do more.
This sets the tone for the broadcast going into football season next year. We just keep going next level. That's everything that we want to try and provide next level coverage.
All right, well, fellas, good job.
Thank
good
you,
job.
Mr. Birmingham.
Another great production.
Hey, I got to tell you, we had them worried at the half. They came out dead serious. They said it was going to blow us out. They did end up, what is it? Oh, my God, it was 21.
It was ugly.
Well,
it got ugly in the second half, but we had y'all attention in the first half.
What it was is I didn't want you not to invite me back. So I told the fellas, we can't do this, not to David. He might not invite me back. So we had to make you guys think that it was coming back. And then the second half, I told them, go ahead and get busy.
See, if you would have did this right here, did that right there, you might have been able to get something done. So all you had to do was kind of cut that guy through the lane there, put a lot of buckets there, a lot of more buckets because you needed more. The things would have worked out great.
But it was a great strategy. Trap worked both games. It was a great strategy. We did have to refocus, and we did have to get. So it was a great game.
Man.
But, man,
thank you.
I just enjoyed the opportunity of being here. And, man,
all right.
Great turnout.
We appreciate it.
Well, great job tonight, fellas. Again, great job by the production team of Hindu Productions. Good job with the camera crew. Great year through football and basketball. We still want to get a baseball or track in, but we'll see. But at the end of the night, great job overall. Another great production. This is Vernon Birmingham with David Brox, Moses Wyatt, Jarius Jones is on the broadcast, as well as Cameron Smith, and we are out.
Peace. Good evening. That's the only thing I'm disappointed about.